Growing up, I always knew where I ranked in my family, and it wasn't first. That spot belonged to my younger sister, the golden child who could do no wrong, while I was the easy one, the one who didn't complain, didn't ask for much, and learned early that keeping quiet was safer than being honest. My parents loved to talk about fairness, but somehow fairness always meant I was expected to bend. When I got married and had a son, I promised myself I'd never let him feel invisible the way I did. The problem started with a long-standing family tradition. Every year, without exception, we all spent Eid at my parents' house, following my sister's schedule, eating what she liked, leaving when she got tired. The first year my son was old enough to notice, my sister snapped at him for being loud, and my mom laughed it off as kids being kids, except only my kid ever got corrected. The second year, my sister's husband made a joke about my parenting in front of everyone, and when I finally spoke up, my dad told me not to ruin the mood. That was the moment something in me shifted. I told my parents calmly that if this kept happening, we'd celebrate differently next year. They nodded, said they understood, and then did absolutely nothing to change. So this year, I planned ahead. I booked a small beachside cottage a few hours away, nothing fancy, just somewhere peaceful, and invited everyone weeks in advance, framing it as a chance to relax together. My parents were excited, until my sister said the drive was inconvenient and she didn't want to change tradition. Almost instantly, the tone changed. My mom called and said maybe we should all just stick to the usual plan. I told her we were still going on our trip, whether anyone joined or not. She went quiet. Then, 2 days before Eid, a family group chat popped up with my sister announcing the usual gathering at my parents' place, as if my invitation never existed. I replied that we'd already be out of town and wished them a happy Eid. That's when the guilt messages started. How could I do this to the family? Why was I making things difficult? Didn't I care about tradition? I didn't argue. I didn't explain myself for the 100th time. I just said I was choosing what felt healthiest for my wife and son. We went on the trip, spent Eid watching my kid run barefoot on the sand, laughing without being shushed or judged, and for the first time, I didn't feel that familiar knot in my chest. When we got back, my parents were cold. My sister barely spoke to me, and honestly, that hurt, but not as much as I thought it would, because I finally realized that protecting my peace didn't make me selfish. It just made me a father who refused to pass down the same quiet resentment I grew up with.